I'm going to move over here and I'm going to start on our crock pot roast. So let's come on over here and start untying our chuck roast. This one's just been tied up to keep it from falling apart. And you can see from all the marbling in our roast that it's going to give it great flavor and moisture. And this is so simple. I've been making this recipe for years for my family. I used to put this roast on before I would leave for work, and it was so nice to come in and have this aromatic meat just hitting me in the face as I came in the door. So now that's all we're going to do to that. And this is our house seasoning. Makes it so simple because it's just one movement. And I've got my cast iron skillet nice and hot, and I'm going to add just a couple of tablespoons of oil. And we're just going to brown him and sear him off good. We're not by any means going to try to get him cooked because you can see he's a big, thick boy. I want to spend a few minutes with you just talking about different cuts of meat. A chuck roast is a relatively inexpensive cut, and I just love cooking with it. Now, you can certainly pick out a prettier piece of meat, but I've just found that the more expensive the meat, the less flavor it has. So a cheaper cut of meat, you're going to find more fat in it. And if you find more fat, you're going to find more flavor. We're sealing this because it's going to trap that flavor and that moisture inside of your roast. And when we put it in our crock pot, when we put our liquids in and it starts cooking, then all those flavors are going to come out into the pot. And he's smelling good already. We've got our roast ready, and the new crock pots today are just wonderful because the liners lift out, which makes it so much easier than the old-timey crock pots that was stationary in their cooking element. Now, all we're going to do to this pot roast now is cover it with onions, just a regular sweet onion. We're going to stick in a few bay leaves. We're going to add a couple of beef bouillon cubes. Now, these are a little larger than what I normally use, so I'm just going to drop in 2 of these today rather than 3. And we're going to top it with cream of mushroom soup. And the cream of mushroom soup is going to supply us with our gravy. It's going to mix with the stock that comes out of the roast, and it's going to be totally and perfectly yummy. And now I'm going to top it off with just a couple of cloves of garlic. In fact, you don't even have to slice it. You can just bust it up. We're going to put a little splash of wine. We're going to pour a little water over it. You'll want to just kind of cover your roast. So we're ready to go. And we're going to let this cook now for about 8 hours, which is hopefully a typical working day.
You can leave it in the pot a little longer if you like your meat more tender.
And it's just as tender and juicy as I knew it would be. It's just wanting to fall apart on us. Now at this point, I would throw this into a sauce pot and mix a little cornstarch and cold water up, and I would thicken this up. But again, that's strictly a personal preference. Some people might like their gravies thin, and I can really kind of go either way, but if I had to choose, I probably lean towards the thicker gravy. Looks yummy, doesn't it?